Yep.
All right. Well,
Dive into the deep end.
so let's start this right by saying welcome back to Attack the Talk. Hello, my friends. My name is AJ, as you guys know, and joining me, of course, is
Hi, I'm Lexi.
Hi, Lex. Are you ready? Getting there, huh?
As I'll ever be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a good dinner at the retirement home. They were serving
Nice.
chicken nuggets, fries, and watermelon.
Very cool. Yeah. That's pretty good.
And tomorrow they're having cheeseburgers and chicken strips.
Oh, interesting. All right, you gonna be there for that too?
Yes.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Excited for the cheeseburger
I'm just
or the
excited for the
chicken
free
strips?
dinners.
Okay. Very cool.
Laker for life. What's up?
Laker for life. What's up, Laker for life?
How are you doing, AJ? No one ever asks the host how
It's
he's
fine.
doing.
You know,
It's fine.
I'm doing good. Yeah. Like I said a little while ago that I have been looking forward to this episode. I've been looking forward to us focusing and breaking down and discussing this episode. But now that it's here, I can't help but just be overwhelmed with nerves.
Yeah, same.
Because as you guys are aware that this is the reveal episode, and that would be season 2, episode 6, Warrior. And this is going to be part 2 of our
part 2
of our discussion here. Of course, you guys all know, warning, because spoiler talk. Also, a little disclaimer, again, for anybody who is aware and has watched and appreciated this episode, there's some serious voice work. So as we do in this podcast, we go through the story and we actually try to do what we can and bring in the characters to life, right? So disclaimer, guys, of course, as much as we would love to be, we are not voice actors.
Yeah. Would love to be, though.
So we're going to do our best, and we hope to do justice in this episode here.
Ooh,
So,
yeah. Please be kind.
Yeah.
Be kind to our
Don't be too
our
crucial.
Because we already know how great this voice acting is in this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, definitely.
And those are very skilled professionals
Yeah,
that
for
get
sure.
paid to do that. And we are sitting in a bedroom
But again,
as fans.
if we want to like aspire to be voice actors, then
We gotta
this is
just go
stuff that,
in.
you know, yeah, it's like this is like good practice and all that, you know?
Uh-huh.
So it's exciting, but still nervous. Like it's
I actually have to voice a female. I can't just voice little boys the whole time.
But yeah, this episode is finally here. We're finally gonna go ahead and talk about it, and yeah, so you know, we'll get to it shortly, but yeah, we have a few things to go ahead and kind of cover first, as we always talk about the Q&A response and talk about the poll results. I do want to say again, Zach is not able to be here with us. We discussed it last episode, but Zach's schedule is very busy as he is going through the process of being an adult.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
He's adulting,
Yeah.
guys.
So again, we miss you, Zach, and hopefully we get to
Send
see
him
you
some
soon,
love,
buddy.
guys.
Yeah, send Zach some love for sure. It's too bad that he's missing out on this episode.
I know. This is such a big episode,
Yeah.
too.
But yeah, so we also got to go ahead and do a recap as well, because this episode, our part 2, jumps right into it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do a quick little recap. But yeah, so Lex, do you want to go ahead and talk about the Q&A and the poll?
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and I'll take the reins.
Okay.
What's up, Marco?
Marco.
And Kyron says, come back,
Dad, yeah.
Obviously referring to Zach. I know Marco's been especially looking forward to this episode. He's like commented it before in like past episodes.
Counting down.
Whew, okay. So I'm like nervous to even read the Q&A. My gosh. Okay. So last week we asked you guys, how would you react if 2 close friends casually revealed themselves to be the armored and colossal titan?
Okay. So something that obviously we saw happen.
Because it was oddly really casual. It was just like in the background.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm the colossal and I'm the armored and he's the colossal.
And it's something that we didn't even get like the focus of it. It's something that happened literally in the background while Hanji and Moblit are, you know, talking about a theoretical titan that has the ability to dig.
Yeah.
Right?
While they're
Yeah.
over there using their brains. Aaron's just like, what? Huh?
So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Yeah.
Naruto
Very
Midoriya.
cool.
What's up?
What's up? welcome and thank you for joining us. So again, say what the question is, and I want you guys over here in chat to go ahead and to let us know maybe how you guys would react.
Yeah, go ahead and what AJ just said. Sorry, I was like disassociating right now. Anyways, the question once again is, how would you react if two close friends casually revealed themselves to be the armored and colossal titan?
Yeah.
So put it in chat.
Let us know. Think about it for a little bit, guys. Put yourself in that situation there where you are Aaron and your two close comrades have revealed themselves
like
to be
you, look up to
be threats like that you have been wanting training to kill. So yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have one response from last week or this past week, and it's from B Dennis 7. Yeah, what's up, Bobby?
Hey, Bobby. B Dennis. I still don't know if it's okay that we call you Bobby. I mean, that's your name, but is it cool? Anyways, he says maybe try and talk them down a bit, but then wait for an opening to alert the others, which is like smart because you don't want to like tip them off to be like, oh, so they're a threat. Like, obviously,
don't piss them off.
Yeah. Do not
wait for your opportunity to
wait for an opening.
To cry for help. Yeah.
Be fake.
Yeah, I mean, it's survival, and I think that's a good response. That sounds honestly that's pretty much what I would do too. Like, I think I would just be like, I only know how to react on like logic, so I would just like react like not trying my best not to have emotion. Yeah. Other than I would try really hard not to have fear, and I would just like be like, listen, like. I would try to basically what Bobby said, try to talk them down, and then but also still be protective of like my people. Can you imagine though, like trying to maintain like your nerves and staying calm in a situation like that where
I would just freeze.
Where these two very nonchalantly just like reveal themselves.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, we're the cause of like your mom's death.
Yeah. Like 5 years ago, that was us. All
those deaths and that
was us. And here's your option.
Yeah.
Or else, we're going to go ahead and destroy the walls and kill some more people.
But I can't say for sure that I would react that way because I know that the part of me would want to just like go off on them and just like be so angry. But I also have to think about like not only my safety, but the safety of the people around me.
If you're starting to get angry, then you're causing a scene.
Yeah.
And then that's when all the others that are also on top of the wall, they're looking back.
Yeah.
They're going to start questioning. And that could be the moment that, shit gets real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yes.
But
yeah, alerting the others is definitely a smart idea.
It's just
would you do the same thing?
How it's the thing is, okay, so if I'm putting myself in that situation, then I would freak out internally. I would probably freeze in that moment and just like think to myself like wait, did I just hear that correctly? Like, are these two literally the cause of my mom dying? And I don't know
why and how, and
I don't think I would keep my cool. I think that I would I would definitely go ahead and act on emotion.
Yeah. It'd be really hard not to.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Marco says that he would kill them on the spot.
Yeah.
That's definitely reacting on him. Yeah, you have to be quick with that.
Because as we're going to go ahead and talk about in a moment, that you can act very quickly, but you also have to be very precise, because if you don't, I mean, these guys are Titan users. They're able to go ahead and it takes a lot, and there's only a certain spot where you can kill them.
Yeah.
Right. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a difficult task, Marco. I gotta say.
You have to be so
admirable.
skilled. Boggy put in a response saying, I'd be upset, obviously, because they're close friends, but when push comes to shove, they're enemies of humanity. That's very well worded, Boggy.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I do too. Very well worded. Okay, Boggy. Yeah, Kyron says
responses.
he'd probably be the same as Aaron, completely dumbfounded. Yeah, Aaron is I mean, we'll see it in this episode as a review, but Aaron is just like, huh? What? Huh?
Yeah.
Give it to me again. I don't understand the question. Like that TikTok I showed you of Slipknot.
Slipknot.
Who is Slipknot?
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna see Aaron's complete reaction, and it's something where we've seen in the past where he's not completely accepting that is true. You know, we've seen where Aaron, if he cares about you enough, he's gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, or he's gonna go ahead and essentially, you know, try to like speak up for them, on their behalf, you know, and I don't know. Like we've seen it before, you know, with the whole Annie situation, where he wasn't completely, you know, ready to go ahead and say that she is.
He was like almost in like denial, like pretty much.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I mean, we'll see something maybe similar to that in this episode.
Yeah, and then I agree.
Yeah, Kyron, you're right. He was like processing it. LOL, that's a lot to take in.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot for sure.
Yeah. No, that's definitely because even just like that is the cause of all this. Like that's why I'm like the way that I am now. That's why I have the people around me now. That's, you know, my mom's death, obviously. That's, all these people dying, no longer like my home, trying to get to this cellar, and
well,
that is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, we have a poll.
Yeah, let's talk about the poll results for sure.
The poll we asked you. So if you guys haven't seen the theme, we've been asking you guys about our spirit animals in the past couple weeks. So we asked mine and then yours, and now on to Zach's. He is not here to put in his 2 cents or defend himself.
Yeah, exactly.
But we asked which spirit animal for Zach makes the best beast titan. And unfortunately, we had technical difficulties, and this wasn't... this didn't get uploaded on Spotify until like really late or something. Yeah. Something happened. I don't know. But we put on it was put on Instagram. So these are Instagram results. Again, as always, starting from lowest to highest. Lowest at 19% is frog, which I'm surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I should probably give the options.
Yeah.
It's frog, whale, and bald eagle.
Okay.
If you guys don't remember.
So we know that the frog is the option that got the least amount of votes, right? Something that we
it's something
deemed
that we kind of
Zach
like,
to go ahead and be.
Frog.
Yeah, you give off frog vibes.
Frog vibe. That was a spirit animal based off vibes.
Yeah, and then the other 2 options were something that Zach actually saw during his spirit animal guided meditation.
Yeah, specifically the bald eagle.
Yeah, bald eagle, something that was the
bald eagle.
Yeah, exactly. That was the focus of the meditation, and then he saw a bit like a glimpse of the whale.
And then whale, yeah, you're right. So frog at 19%, which I'm surprised. After we the whole theorized about this whole like, dang, this like frog beast titan would be so freaking cool, hopping around using its tongue like a giant scary froppy. Like that'd be so cool. But it got lowest votes. And then we have whale at 25%, which means number 1 is 56% bald eagle, because a flying titan would make anyone crap their pants.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we saw again now to the second option here, the whale. Something that we kind of saw during the intro, right? Where they showed the beast titan among other animals kind of running.
Is this like the
a charge?
Is this the 3rd opening? Like it's season 2, but it's like. Because does season 1 have 2 openings?
I don't know, to be honest.
I want to say it's
I can't think of it right now. I have to literally go back and have to go ahead.
But I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm sure everyone else does, because that's like a very like, what the heck is going on in this opening?
So we saw literally a flying whale.
Yeah.
And would that be what this beast titan would be? Probably, right? Because that's the only thing that makes sense. Because how is a whale going to go ahead and...
Well, I don't know, because a lot of those beast titans, other than the actual beast... They all look like just giant versions of their actual animal. Like they don't look like beasts. Like they don't look like titan manifestations of it. Yeah. So I don't know what a titan manifestation of a whale would look like. And also, no one would know what that freaking animal is, because they didn't even know that the ocean existed. Yeah. So it'd be like, what is that? Like they don't think about all the animals that they don't even know exists.
Yeah, here on the island of Parody.
Parody. Because they were because. what was it? Armin had like his parents' book or something. I don't know how they got that book.
Strange.
Saying like, oh, there's this like giant, like there's like, it's filled with salt. This giant like pool of water. It's humongous and it's filled with salt. And Aaron's like, you're lying.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
It's like, we're like, bro, that's the ocean.
It's the ocean. Yeah.
But yeah, bald eagle with the most amount of votes.
Okay. I like it. Bald eagle would be absolutely terrifying.
Flying talons.
Yeah.
And maybe the screech does something.
Yeah, I know for sure. That's what I think about sometimes with certain of like you were voted as the bat.
Yeah.
Right. I was voted as the wolf, and then having Zach now voted as the bald eagle. Like thinking about any like. Did Zach just join us right now?
Yeah, Zach's in right now.
Zach is in here. What's up, Zach?
We're talking about you.
Oh my gosh.
You'll never
Zach.
guess what I
Oh my
voted for.
gosh.
Oh, if you're going to say that, then I'm going to say you voted for Frog.
No,
So I guess
think
you're right.
I think he wants to be
Let's
the bald eagle.
Well, okay. Well, because that's like the obvious choice.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's probably in terms of what the question is, that's the thing that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Right?
But he said you'll never guess,
Yeah.
which means it's not an obvious
Yeah,
option.
it's I don't,
Oh, no. Yeah. That would be
Hi, Zach.
terrifying.
Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Who
We
did
miss you.
I miss you, bro. Who did you vote for? I mean, what animal did you vote for?
Bald eagle. I can totally see Zach as a bald eagle.
Yeah, but do you think that would make the best beast titan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over a whale and a frog? Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, again, we talked about it. A flying titan is terrifying, right? And you imagine a big-ass bald eagle. Like, that's, again, terrifying.
Also, I was right. Said after looking at the pictures, I did pick the frog. The eyes are what
What?
convinced me.
Wow.
Terrifying. Because look at this, the frog that he posted.
Yeah.
All sticky and limber and the eyes that can look
Yeah.
everywhere, using its tongue and jumping, probably stomping people out,
Yeah, for
licking
sure.
its eyeballs.
Oh, man.
Because that's what I voted for. I voted for frog.
Frog?
I think that a frog beast titan would be so, like, if utilized correctly, could be so powerful.
Yeah.
And
And
weird.
I think no doubt that Zach would be able to utilize any of these abilities, to their best and most powerful, kind of like strengths and whatnot,
Yeah.
So,
Kyron says, do you know how long the tongue would be on a gigantic frog?
it'd be
Ross and Zach goes, exactly.
Exactly.
But yeah, those are
So you guys voted, and the spirit animal in which we would be the beast titan, right? Would be
yeah, we have our trio now.
bat, wolf, and our
And then
friend
our
Zach would be a bald eagle. Yeah. So
Yeah. They'd all be
Very good.
cool though. Yeah, they would. No. They would all be. I think any animal as a beast would be scary in its own way.
yeah. All right. So
All right.
no more stalling.
I know. Let's get into it then, I guess.
Okay. Well, first we gotta do a quick little recap because again, this part 2 jumps right into it, right? So just to recap, you guys. So now they have like rendezvoused over to the top of the wall. Ymir obviously is absolutely just like badly damaged because of the battle with all the Titans, and
Barely steaming.
she's pretty much she's in this coma state. But yeah, so we see Steam that is doing its thing. Go ahead and try to like heal her wounds, but her wounds are so bad to the point where literally her insides are just like torn
she's
to shreds
mangled.
and stuff. Right? We see that she's missing half of her leg and half of her arm. And but I mean, she's trying to heal, right? Krista, now Historia, explains more or less, tries to convince Hanji of the situation and of Ymir's kind of her stance, right? And Hanji, she's very thorough in her kind of like thinking and very thorough in like how she kind of like goes about
Almost like
her actions, right?
Yeah.
And so she hears Historia out, and now there's the orders for Ymir is to go ahead and send her to Trost to go ahead and get proper medical care. And then it's very cool that like Hanji pretty much like confirms the pretty much like the not the origin, but like the what am I thinking of in terms of like the family and stuff, you know,
like her that she's
lineage.
She's an heir. Yeah.
Her lineage.
Yeah. Like she's blood.
Yeah.
Her
So
lineage. Yeah.
and we find out that her last name, Race, which we found out is Race, is not Rice or Reese. It's Race.
After we were like Reese.
Yeah.
Rice.
So it's Race. And that again, Hanji confirms that this is a name that literally deals with like royalty.
Yeah.
And then Hanji, she officially like introduces.
Yeah.
And it's a cool little moment, you know, because again, Hanji, she's not quick to judgment. She's not quick to act on emotion like we've seen some others kits.
Yeah.
And yeah, so again, Hanji, she hears the details out and then she kind of acts on, you know, what's the best way to go about things. So anyways, another thing that we find out is that Hannes, he joins the group on top of the walls, and he explains that he, like all of the others who were, you know, like literally scanning the walls to search to find this breach, and Hannes says that that there was again no breach.
Yeah.
Something that again that
like
that Gelger and Nanaba also, you know, they met.
Yeah.
Which is very weird, and they didn't see a breach. But Hannes, after really, you know, searching the walls literally overnight, and he tells, you know, everyone that he didn't see a breach. You know, obviously Eren thinks that he's drinking on the job.
Yeah.
Right. But again, Hanji being
I had a drink today.
Hanji being, you know, the section commander that she is, she, you know, all right, new orders. So since there is no breach, right, then we're just going to go ahead and go back to Trost. And then as the groups, the different groups we see begin walking away, you know, Eren has a kind of a moment in a conversation with Reina, and Reina has again this weird, you know, he's got to be like the best actor.
Yeah.
Because he's going through this spiel where he is telling Eren that he survived twice. And what is the chance that I survive a third time?
Good actor, or is he just bipolar?
Yeah, he's bipolar.
Acting or disorder.
And then Eren says something interesting where it's like, you guys have been away from home for too long.
Way too long, yeah.
And
it's time to end this.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And then
obviously talking about something completely different than
yeah, you know, there's
how
the
they
way he
can
said
take
it.
it.
You know, and again, Aaron's saying this from a point where he's like literally he's looking out for his brothers. Yeah. You know? And he sees
because he like looks up to Reina.
Yeah. And then I'm sure
like
he's probably like knowing that like, look, they went through hell over at that castle and they survived, and they're probably, you know, shaken up. But like, let me just tell him, like, look, guys, like, we're gonna end this soon so you guys can go back home. Yeah. But then, you know, Bertold hears this, and he, very uncharacteristic of him, he like so adamantly just like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, it's time for us to go back home or whatever, you know?
It is. We've already gone this far. There's nothing much left that we have to do.
Yeah.
Like, Bertold, why are you so enthusiastic all of a sudden?
And then it's like messing with Reina's head, and Reina's
what happened to like the Todoroki voice?
Yeah, I know. You know, and Reina's like, he's obviously confused, a little bit shocked, and then all of a sudden he now is thinking, wait, maybe it is time.
Like, you're right.
Right. So then they decide to go ahead and, as the others decided to go ahead and fulfill now this new order, which is to head back to Trost. Reina wants to have a talk with Eren. Okay. And that's when we get a little bit of the beginning of it from Reina.
That casual discussion that we mentioned in our Q&A.
Yeah. About how he talks about this mission that they're on. And how he explains it is 5 years ago, they embarked on this mission to pretty much destroy all of humanity. Yeah. Right? And then
very bold statement.
Yeah, and then
we went to destroy all of you.
Suddenly we get a conversation now with Hanji and Moblit, and you know, again, I'm trying to speculate on the lack of a breach, right? If there's no breach, like how the heck are these Titans getting in?
Yeah.
And that's when Hanji has the idea that the theory that what if there's a Titan form that we haven't seen yet?
Yeah. What if there's a
Titan that knows how to
Titan that
dig?
can dig.
And Mobile's like, well, that would be difficult to find the entry point.
Which is a very, very smart, that's very smart on
Maybe there is a Titan.
Because she also is like, hey, this isn't like cool. There's not a breach, but also like, how did these Titans get in? And we need to figure that out before it becomes a problem again.
And let's remember here that Titans do know how to dig, obviously, because that's what literally Ymir's Titan did. Like she dug herself up to go ahead and be in this like hibernation type state for.
Oh, did she dig? I thought she just
time.
laid there for a long time and stuff the elements just piled
Really?
on her. Yeah. Isn't that literally what happened?
I don't know. I thought
the
that she
elements
was
just
like
piled on her.
because
she was a lump.
it was a lump.
Yeah.
Oh. Well then, maybe they don't know how to dig. I'm thinking the only other thing I'm thinking.
They do know how to dig.
The only time I'm thinking that would maybe dig for the sake of like hiding themselves would be the cart Titan, which we know is there.
Yeah.
The quad Titan.
But that's a different.
Yeah.
That thing is different.
So anyways, the speculation, Hanji and Moblitz, their speculation on this digging Titan, right, is something they talk about, and then we jump, or no, we don't jump. We hear in the background, just again nonchalantly, Rhina tell Eren that I'm the armored and he's the colossal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, casual.
And yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at, guys. Again, we're gonna jump right into it. And so again, guys, this is season 2, episode 6, Warrior. And this is part 2. Let's get into it, Lex.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just looking up seeing if there was actually a lump or not.
Okay, you do that real quick, and I'm gonna.
I found something.
Take a quick little swig of water.
I can't tell if that's just her like body weight causing that hole, because I don't think she dug a hole that's perfectly the size of her body.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because she did lay there for a long time.
Yeah.
But also the comparison of her in like real life that she just lays the same way.
Maybe if Marco can help fact check.
Yeah, Marco, you're a fact checker.
Did she dig herself?
Yeah, did she?
And
yeah.
So that she can go ahead and hide, or did she just lay down?
Or did she just
and
lay there in the element?
The environment decide just go ahead and just all right, you're one with.
Yeah, like you know what? Fine,
Yeah.
You're here long enough.
All right.
Yeah, Marco, fact check, please.
Okay.
Okay, now let's get into it. I'm done stalling.
Yeah, Marco said that she gave up and laid there.
Okay, so she did. Yeah, she gave up and laid there.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so she didn't. So they don't know how to dig.
Very interesting, though. Then the ground grew over her. Yeah, Kyra said. I thought she said that she lied down on purpose. Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. There we have it. We have still yet to have seen a Titan that knows how to dig.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So let's do this. Okay, guys. So now part 2. Here we go. So we continue this episode by getting another look at the gray storm clouds as we see raindrops falling from the sky. We continue the conversation being had between Rhina, Bertold, and Eren. Rhina explains to Eren, "Look, I know this is sudden, but we have to go." A confused and upset Eren asks, "Right now? Where would you take me?" And then Rhina answers, "I can't tell you. Not yet. Just think of it as our hometown, okay? So what's it going to be?" Meanwhile, Bertold looks surprised that Rhina is telling Eren this. And then we see the scouts walking away in the background as Mikasa stops to watch. "Not a bad deal, right? The chance to avert a major crisis." And then Eren just pauses. I mean, we can imagine he's trying to process all of this.
Thinking, and also, I can't give you an answer right now.
But then Eren says, "I'm not so sure." And then Eren looks at the scouts walking away. We see Armin calling out to them. Let's see if I can.
Yeah.
"You guys! Get a move on! We're heading out!"
That was good. It's very different than your Rhina voice.
It's gonna be it's the the
Talk
different
about
variations of voice is going to be interesting here. Okay. Sasha, we see her. She's next to Armin, and she's looking back as well. And Mikasa is staring wide-eyed, focused, and keeping a close eye on Eren.
Which we saw her doing at the ending of the last
But this
episode.
look, though, she's like, literally, she's looking back, and her eyes are so just like...
Yeah, no, she's looking very intensely at them.
Yeah.
Like it's an intense stare.
Intense, yes. Again, not losing sight of Eren at all.
Yeah.
And we're going to understand why very shortly, because Eren, he thinks about the situation to himself as we see him, and he stares at the cloudy skies.
Casually breaking eye contact with these major threats.
These monsters. Damn it. I didn't want to believe what I was hearing yesterday. And then the scene goes dark. And now we're back at a scout base camp in Erdemik district. And then we're informed 12 hours earlier. So now Hanji, she can be heard thinking to herself. And then Eren asks Hanji, Section Commander, something wrong? And then Hanji, examining some papers, she says,
Well, I was finally able to get my hands on the background report I requested for Annie Leonhardt.
And then we see that these are the papers that Sasha delivered to Hanji. And then Eren asks, Annie? And then Hanji, she continues telling Eren and the other scouts that are nearby, now listening.
Yeah, took longer than I was hoping for. The paper trail is a bit of a catastrophe at the moment. I can say this word. Bureaucracy, huh? Anyway, according to this, there were 2 other cadets in the 104th who hailed from the same region. I have their names. One Raina Braun and Bertold Hoover.
Sasha gasps, and we see the others. Eren, Mikasa, Armin, all in disbelief and shock. Levi can be seen, looking rather annoyed and pissed off.
As always.
And now Hanji, she continues.
So I got distracted by chat. Not much survives in the way of records. And thanks to the chaos 5 years ago, what we have on them is unreliable. However, we do know that during the long-range scouting formation, their unit was given false intel. They were among those intentionally misled to thinking that Eren was in the right wing.
Then Armin, recalling the scouting formation, he gasps. And he says, wait a minute. That's the section Annie attacked. And then a confused Sasha asks,
What? What does that mean?
And then Armin explains to Sasha, well, it's entirely possible they told Annie where they thought Eren was. And then Sasha now asks Armin,
Huh? Why would they do that?
And then an annoyed Eren also asks Armin, where are you going with this, Armin? You can't just accuse. But then Hanji interrupts Eren.
I totally agree. Coincidence doesn't establish relationship. Bearing that in mind, I'm curious to know how the 3 interacted while training. What can you tell me?
So again, she's gathering as much information as she can get before exactly making a decision.
She doesn't jump to conclusions.
Yeah, not like, again, people that we've seen, right? Certain other people in power. You know, the first person obviously that comes to mind is Captain Kitts. You know, because he's so jittery.
That's like the first person that we see that is so like so jump to conclusions, so jumpy, so what's the word I'm thinking of? Paranoid.
Yeah, paranoid's
the first
right
person
word,
that we see who is so incredibly paranoid, but also he has so much power. So that's just a dangerous combination. Yeah. Also, Kyron saying good night. He's gonna have to leave.
All right, Kyron, good night, and yeah. So.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You have to wake up early. You traveled for work. You listen to Spotify. Yeah, sure thing. Good night, Kyron. Thanks for saying
Yeah, no doubt.
Anyways.
Alrighty. So yeah, good night, Kyron. And when you listen back, hopefully, you know, we did a good job.
I know. I hope you think that our voice acting, our amateur voice acting.
Yeah, amateur hour here.
Is a amateur hour. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now again, Hanji, she wants as much information as she can get, right? So what can you tell me? And Armin tells Hanji,
I know Bertold and Rhina were from the same region as Annie, but I never saw them act friendly.
And Aaron agrees.
Same with me. You'd never catch them shooting the breeze. And when they did talk, it was pretty curt. Plus, it's not like Annie was very social to begin with.
And then Sasha adds,
Yeah, at meals, she always seemed to prefer eating by herself. I don't know. I think I've got some... Oh,
yeah.
I remember this now. Okay. I don't know. I think I've got something that struck me as weird at the time. I heard she liked sweets.
Important detail.
Yeah, really helping Sasha.
And then Mikasa tells Hanji.
I've got nothing. Except maybe that.
But Aaron quickly interrupts Mikasa.
Guys, what are we doing? These are our comrades we're talking about. Yeah, sure, Bertold never has a lot to say, but Rhina's like everyone's big brother, you know? You really think he's capable of lying to us?
Well.
And then,
Well.
And then Armin responds.
Aaron does have a point. Think about it. Rhina fought the female titan with everything he had. Almost got himself squeezed to a bloody pulp in the process.
But then Armin stops as he recalls something. Aaron notices and asks,
What's the matter?
And then Armin explains what he recalls.
He burst free of her grip at the last minute. Afterwards, though, Annie changed her course. In fact, she ran straight towards where you were. I mentioned that you might be rear of the center rank, but there's no way she could have heard me. She wasn't in earshot at that time.
Aaron, thinking about this, says,
You've got to be kidding.
And then Hanji thinks about the details of this story.
Do you recall if he seemed unusually interested in Aaron's location?
And then at that moment, Armin thinks, and then Armin remembers. And we see again that moment where Rhina asks Armin,
So where the hell do you think he is?
And then Armin, realizing the truth, says,
Oh no. I only brought his position up in the first place because Rhina asked me where I thought Aaron might be. Something else. Once he broke free, the female titan stood there staring at her palm, possibly transfixed by something he'd carved onto her with his blades. Maybe Rhina.
And then as Armin recalls that important detail, and as Armin is preparing to accuse Rhina, we see that Armin has almost everybody convinced.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron asks everyone,
What is wrong with you people? The man's been with us from the beginning. You don't just...
And then Hanji now interrupts Aaron.
Enough. All of you listen up. If we cross paths with the pair in question, don't give them any indication of what we've discussed. And under no circumstances are you to broach the topic of Annie Leonhardt in their company. Before we can ascertain whether they were Hold on. There's some words in here.
Yeah.
Before we can ascertain whether they were co-conspirators, we must find Lure and contain them underground. That's the plan. Are we clear?
And everyone answers, yes, clear. All right. I hope we're doing well so far, guys.
Yeah. I don't know,
We're
guys.
just getting started. Yeah.
Having to repeat a couple. Hope you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Just unhappy with all of my work. You know, everyone's your
I
worst
mean, like you said last week, I mean, you try to be a perfectionist and
Yeah.
So
always your worst critic.
I get it. I know I am. So I'm like, I'm going to try to listen back to this and I'm going to be like, it's going to be like,
No, I'm going to avoid listening back to this because then I'll be like, I could have done this so much better. And be like a little baby about it.
But I mean, we talked about it at the start of, the episode here. Armin is giving details, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these are like legit details.
Yeah.
But who doesn't want to believe it? Aaron.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing we saw early on
with Annie.
With Annie. Like these were all, but they weren't quite the details that, Armin is saying here.
Mm-hmm.
It was more like,
like implications.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, I guess in that sense, I could see why it would be easier to be like, oh no, it wasn't her, because this is all implied stuff. You can't just draw conclusions based off of like what is implied and all that. But then you have like legitimate. I mean, again, some of the stuff that Armin's saying is implied, but it does hold more validity than the whole Annie conspiracy. Yeah, definitely conspiring thing.
And so Eren is giving Reina the benefit of the doubt here, right? Sure, Bertold doesn't have much to say, but Reina, he's like a brother to us. And again, great acting on your part, Reina. Good job, man.
You convinced everyone that you were like protecting them, big brother. Yeah. But again, acting or disorder.
Yeah, exactly right.
Today on this episode on acting or disorder, we have Reina.
But again, Eren, he's just trying to speak on their defense here, and Hanji, she's again just trying to, before coming to any conclusion, she's trying to get as much details as she possibly can get. Yeah. And so pretty much the only thing she can say, is to not discuss any of this with them. Especially do not discuss anything with Annie Leonor.
Yeah. Like, don't tip them off in any way that we are suspicious of them at all. Like, do not talk about anything that we talk about around them. But also, I think that this scene in particular is a really great example of how Hanji is a great leader, a great commander, because she is staying super composed this whole time. Like, she is like the composure in this whole, given she is like older than them, but she is basically the like person of composure, also the section commander, and she's trying to get all the details, all the facts before she goes on, and then she gives very clear cut, like reasonable orders.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that to your point too, is that before things can really escalate and get crazy, she literally was like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
When she
stop reacting on emotion right now. Yeah. Let's get this. Like, we have to be able to form a plan, so we need to be able to get the facts, and then we'll act on facts.
Yeah, exactly. And it's cool too, because man, she's the one who's taking charge here, where we know that after seeing a pissed off Levi, that the captain himself is there. So he damn sure could have just been like, all right, you know what, everyone shut up, I've heard enough, let's go after them now.
Very easily.
And so again, Hanji, I mean, for anybody, this is where obviously spoiler territory here, but anybody who's seen, the rest of Attack on Titan, Hanji does take the reins as the, commander of the scouts. And rightfully so, because of moments like this, like you were just explaining.
Yeah.
She's calm.
A very great example.
She gathers as much details as possible before acting on any decision that, especially a decision as crucial as this, right? There's no emotion to it, and then so she goes, and
also like her composure is like affecting those around her too. Like, obviously she has to pretty much like verbally, like manually do it to Eren, but these other ones are like, okay, Armin, like what else? And Armin is also a logical person, so it is easier to calm him down, but it's like Eren enough, like react on logic, like she's not only is she good at like being a leader herself, she's also good at like influencing others in like a positive way.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, that's a sign of a good commander.
Yeah, this is a great example. And then we have Sasha. That's like, I heard she liked sweets.
Like sweets. And that's so weird, because that's something I never thought that Annie would like. So that's an important detail.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, she's trying to help at least. Yeah. She's trying to help.
And I wonder what Mikasa was going to say.
I was just thinking
before she was rudely interrupted by Eren.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think she's never said anything out of the ordinary. Except.
Yeah, except.
Eren. Wait a minute, guys.
Yeah. What are we doing?
I'm more important. Yeah. I'm the main character. Listen to me.
And it just goes to show too, is that like anytime Mikasa speaks, it probably just annoys the hell out of.
I know.
Out of Eren.
Out of Eren.
Yeah.
Shut up. Anyways, guys, what are we doing? Like, oh, okay.
All right. So here we go. Okay. Now continuing on with the episode here, guys. We now go back to the conversation being had between Reina, Bertold, and Eren on top of the wall. Eren puts his hand on Reina's shoulder and tells him,
You're just tired. That's it, right? Help me out here, Bertold. Your nerves are shot. You don't know what you're saying.
And then a nervous Bertold goes along.
Yeah. It's the battle fatigue talking.
And then Aaron continues.
It's okay. You're okay. If you really were the Armor Titan, what's the end game here? We wouldn't be having this conversation in the first place. What'd you expect me to do? Say yes? Let myself be kidnapped just because you asked politely?
And then Reina suddenly looks very stunned as he just stares at Aaron. And again, we see the scouts. They're continuing to walk away further and further, except Mikasa. A confused Reina now tells Aaron,
Right. Not thinking straight, am I? Barely know what I'm saying here. Must have gone off the deep end.
And Aaron, now he's ready to just go and catch up with the rest of the scouts as he tells Reina,
Come on, let's go.
Then Aaron begins to walk away. And then we get a reminder of how powerful the wind is as we see torn flags aggressively just flowing in the wind. And now the moment here is, I think, to show the tension.
Yeah.
And again, just like signify almost like
it's very symbolic.
Everyone's kind of like on edge here and everybody's now thinking, right? Like, what's the next step here? Because things are quiet and all we hear is just the wind and the flag. And it seems like it's kind of like a slow motion kind of moment here. And then
the most intense quiet moment ever.
Yeah.
Like the tension.
And so now the flag staff, the wooden staff, breaks off of the wall. And again, in the slow motion sequence, we see it like...
Once again, very symbolic.
We see it falling to the ground. And then the echoing of this wooden staff hitting the sides of the wall. And then the echo that it makes as it hits the ground. And the echo is so significant because of, again, how dead quiet it is. Mm-hmm. We then see Hanji and Moblet both have stopped and now cautiously looking back. We see that both Armin and Sasha have stopped as Sasha, she looks back curious. We then get a wide shot of the top of the wall with Reina, Bertold, and Aaron. And again, we see that Mikasa, she's there nearby close. We also see now the sun begins to pierce itself through the gray, cloudy sky. And again, it's another symbolic moment, right? We begin to hear like this. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but like the music now begins to... We hear the anticipating AOT music slowly beginning to build. And then we see Mikasa with her hand on her blade, prepared for whatever move is next. And we see Mikasa's hand trembling with anticipation. Reina with his head down, he now tells Aaron,
That's the problem.
and then both Aaron and Bertold look back at Reina.
I've been here too long for my own good. 3 years of this madness. Surrounded by idiots. We were kids. What did we know about anything? Why did there have to be people like this? Why? Why did I let myself devolve into such a half-assed piece of shit?
Then Aaron looks down as Reina removes his arm from his sling.
It's too late now. Damned if I know what's right anymore. Who cares? It is what it is. No choice but to face what I've done.
And
And Hanji and Moblet both now focus their attention on Reina as we see Reina's damaged arm covered in steam.
Ooh.
As a warrior, no road left but the one that leads to the end. And then Reina's arm heals itself as Eren just stares frozen in disbelief. Bertold warns Reina, Reina, right now? Here? We're doing this? And then a stern Reina tells Bertold, yes, right here, right now. We settle this once and for all. And then Reina walks towards Eren. But before he can get any closer, Mikasa appears behind Eren, blades out, and without hesitation, pushes Eren away and attacks Reina by trying to slice his throat. Reina puts his hands up to block as the blade cuts off his right hand and now is stuck in his left hand and in his neck. Mikasa quickly turns her attention to Bertold as she slices his throat, an attack that sends Bertold falling to his back. Bertold falls, grabbing his throat, gasping and struggling to breathe. Mikasa, preparing for the finishing blow on Bertold, yells at Eren,
Eren, get out of here!
But before she can kill Bertold, Reina pushes Mikasa away from Bertold. Mikasa, she gets pushed off the wall, but quickly uses her ODM gear to attach a cable to the wall. And then all she can do in this moment is to look up. As Bertold is in tears, looking up at Reina, Reina screams out to Bertold to make sure he's okay. Eren, stunned and in disbelief, just stares and watches as we now see a golden aura begin to surround him. And then we see Bertold getting up from the floor as Reina stands in front of Bertold, missing his right hand and blade cut and stuck through his left. They both are surrounded by this golden aura with static electricity surrounding them. Hanji and Sasha and Armin are all sprinting towards Eren as Armin screams out, oh gosh.
I know.
Eren, run away! But it's too late. Reina and Bertold both transform. Massive lightning bolts strike the top of the wall as the force of the wind pushes the scouts back. We see them all flying backwards as crates of equipment and crates of food are getting destroyed. Historia, she gets sent backwards as she's able to hang on to the wall. But then we see large rib cage form and drive its bones into the sides of the wall. Eren is hanging on for dear life on the edge of the wall as he looks up to see two titans emerging, roaring. The force of this transformation now sends Eren flying as he's unable to hang on anymore. And the armored, he catches Eren midair, holding onto Eren tightly. Eren looks up and stares at the armored titan. We get an overview shot at the top of the wall with the armored titan behind the colossal titan that is transformed from the waist up. Steam rushes from the colossal as the colossal, we see, is reaching for something. Armin looks up as he sees the colossal's hand reaching past him to acquire something very important. And then we see the colossal titan grabs Ymir midair as Historia notices. A panicking Historia screams out to her,
Ymir! Her voice is so high.
Yeah, so
it's
high.
so hard.
It's okay. And now the armored titan jumps off the wall, begins sliding down the wall to try to escape. Eren in hand, we see, begins to get emotional as he now recalls his memories with Reina and Bertold. Reina in this memory he tells Bertold and Reina, I'm going to return to the home that was taken from me. I will do it, no matter what.
And then Eren remembers different moments with Reina and Bertolt during their time in cadet training. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, for this next moment is I got to stand up and I'm going to go ahead and walk over to a different little spot here, guys, because I'm going to try to belt out this with all of my being.
The part.
Okay? So I'm going to take a quick swig of water.
Yeah, I was going to say. I don't even have anything left, but I'm going
to try not to go ahead and break this stand. Okay.
You want me to turn on?
Go ahead, Alex. Turn it on.
Okay. Sick POV of the shirt.
Oh, God. I was even ready for this.
Yeah. The music. Channel in the music. Get back in the scene. Visualize it.
Okay. All right. How am I looking here? Okay. Am I good to go?
Yep.
Pass my water, Lex.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one more little swig.
Yeah. You got this. Boggy, prepare yourself, boys.
All right.
All right.
Now, I got to warn you guys. My range is not going to go quite as high as Bryce Papenbrook, but I am going to just give everything that I have as if I was literally on this wall right now, as if I was in the hands of this freaking monster who literally ruined my life. And Eren remembers the moments with Reina and Bertolt during their time in cadet training. Bertolt. Reina. Eren then opens his eyes and aggressively bites down on his hand. Damn you! You traitors! And then Eren, his Titan, well, Reina lets go. As Eren transforms into his Titan, Eren's Titan screams at Reina as they both now fall. And then we see Eren's Titan beginning to attack Reina's armor Titan. To be continued.
Out of breath. Yeah.
I like low key, like I was like, okay,
That
I
was
closed my eyes and I
so
felt
good.
that and I was like, all right. And as soon as I
And
opened my
then,
eyes, I was like,
where am
I? Oh.
Ooh,
My God.
that was good. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, the new Bryce.
Thank
Boggy
you
says
for
the new
that,
Bryce.
Captain Boggy.
Oh my gosh, I want to know how many takes it took Bryce Papenbrook to get that one perfect.
You ever heard those stories about Sean Schemmel, how he goes into these studios and he gives every bit of his
Gives
soul
it
into
all.
these and he passes out?
Yeah, he's
So, like,
literally passed out.
If I were to do this, an emotional scene like this, God knows how many times. Yeah, it's that's tough. Like I literally am like I'm like trembling right now.
I know,
Like,
I would be shaking too.
I'm like trembling right now. But yeah,
All right, guys, send your damn you traitors and voice messages.
We want to hear you guys belt out,
yeah,
guys.
I want to hear
everything.
you guys do it.
Do you want to do it, Lex? Do you want to do it?
I kind of
Do you
want to
do
try.
it? Okay, do it because it feels so like invigorating and just like ugh.
Okay. 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 I need you to
Okay,
do
I'll go ahead and I'll
start
I'll
from
lay the scene.
start from where you did when you started. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm gonna
You got this, Lex.
Okay.
Ready?
As I'll ever be.
Eren in hand begins to get emotional as he recalls his memories with Reina and Bertolt. Reina tells Bertolt and Eren, "I'm going to return to the home that was taken from me. I will do it, no matter what." Eren remembers different moments with Reina and Bertolt during their time in cadet training.
I want to hold the mic. Okay. Bertolt. Reina.
Eren then opens his eyes and aggressively bites down on his hand.
Damn you! You traitors!
Yeah! And we got to conclude it here with Rhino
Clip
lets
these.
go as Aaron transforms into his Titan. Aaron's Titan screams at Rhino as they both fall. And then we see Aaron's Titan beginning to attack Rhino's armored Titan to be continued. Hell yeah, Lex. Good job.
I'm shaking too. That's like invigorating. Y'all gotta do this.
Yeah.
I gotta do this before like every game.
Yeah.
It'll be my pregame routine.
So it feels very strange for sure. To go ahead and do that. But
especially after we've like watched that scene
yeah.
so many times, just like being like, wow, this is why I love anime.
Yeah.
Like this is so good.
Yeah, for sure. And,
Water.
we both definitely recommend that you guys go ahead and do this. And you know what? That would be
Just
so
so you could
cool
feel it.
if we can go ahead and get, you know, a couple of you guys to go and do it and
Oh my gosh,
just
yeah.
send
Send
it
it
to us.
in, please.
dude, because you have
Because
no
who are
idea.
we to judge?
It's gonna get us hyped as hell.
Yeah.
And golly, Zach, if you're still in chat, man, like
Zach, you have to send a voice of you
the next
doing
time
this
you're
too.
back, we're starting this episode. Whenever you're back, we're starting that episode off with you
With you
saying this
doing-
line. You
Yeah.
have to say this line.
And Marco, next time you come in to guest as our guest, you have to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you know, you just gotta.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Good job, Lex. That was awesome.
I'm like shaking with the adrenaline
Yeah.
and the whoo.
And again, guys, as I had mentioned in a disclaimer at the start of the episode, you know, by no means, you know, are me and Lex voice actors.
No, would love to be.
Aspiring voice actors,
Yeah,
yes.
would absolutely love to be.
So
like
that's why
my dream job.
We get
but-
excited when we do these podcasts because, you know, a part of it for us is obviously trying to bring these characters to life. Whether we do a good job or not.
I know.
You know, it's still fun.
It's still an experience for sure.
Yeah, and so it's something that we enjoy doing. And again, guys, we are not voice actors, but I hope that we made you guys proud in this episode because, as we had mentioned plenty of times, that this episode is very important. There are important episodes in AOT, and this is an episode that
Yes.
a lot of people talk about.
Yeah.
Um,
Like this is a very big turning point. There's a lot of turning points in like season 1 and in season 2, but
Yeah.
this like is like when like the world like I feel like this is when it like opens up.
yeah, definitely.
Or at least the like implication that it's going to open up. Because even like we have let's go back and analyze this whole thing.
Yeah,
Because we even have Rhina like telling Aaron like we're taking you back, like, oh, like where, like Aaron being like, where the heck are you gonna take me? And Rhina being like, just think of it as our hometown. And then we were like, what the heck are they talking about? And now we know that is, we know that's Marley. Like we know what that is now that we're watching us in season 4.
Try to change this camera so that it focuses on you. 2 cameras on you.
Okay. 2 angles. And then what's another thing I wanted to talk about? We've talked about this before, how that scene where Mikasa is like trying to basically behead Rhina. Also,
see me.
she had absolutely she had absolutely no hesitation, obviously, to protect Aaron.
Yeah.
And then we talked about it before, how in the manga it is way more gruesome and you can actually see it and how bloody it is. How like the blade goes into his neck.
Oh yeah.
But in the anime, it's being blocked by like his arm and stuff, and yeah. Also, this is a time when we had not Mappa, we had Wit
Yep.
doing all the animation, and this is when we had our CGI Colossal. Like we had CGI Colossal before, but now we have CGI, like we have half CGI Colossal.
That's true. That's true. This is the first time we kind of see that, right? Is it?
Because what are the other times we see the Colossal? We see the Colossal. I just broke my rubber band. We see the Colossal in obviously in the very beginning, kicking the wall. But
yeah, and then other than that, it was over when
I think it was
when he arrived to go ahead and
for at
do
Tross.
that breach over at Tross.
At Tross,
Yeah.
yeah. And I don't remember those Colossals looking as CGI as this one. I might be wrong, but I think this Colossal looks like way more CGI for some reason. But like it looks like video gamey. Not saying that Mappa doesn't use CGI. Mappa does use CGI. They just are able to disguise it a little bit
Yeah.
better.
What do you prefer?
I think I prefer. Okay, I love wit and everything, but I think I prefer Mappa. A lot of people complained about Mappa, like once we got season 4, saying like the characters look different, but they look exactly like the manga. Like it literally looks like taking out the manga. And I also know how hard Mappa is working on season 4 with all the crazy demands that is needed of them. Like the rumbling, oh my gosh, I wouldn't. I don't even want to imagine having to be like an engineer or a software engineer and trying to animate all of that. And no.
Let us know in chat what you guys prefer. Do you prefer the wit, kind of like the
wit
2D
animation,
like the 2D Titans, which we've seen in season 1, or you guys a fan of the like CGI one, huh?
Yeah, because wit does use CGI for
Towards
huge
the end,
Titans.
yeah, with the
and then we have
colossal.
Mappa also uses CGI for the big Titans, but it's not as.
No, we do it. They do it for like all the Titans now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Oh,
for all of them.
but I think it's disguised better because I think they still do have like they still use animation, like 2D animation somehow mixed in with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Watch me as I just lurking behind you over in the mirror.
I know. With the bloody cap too.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys prefer wit or Mappa? Let us know.
But yeah, I mean that's it's interesting that you say that because I mean we bringing up the colossal. This is another very interesting transformation that this colossal goes through, where it's just like pretty much half transforms itself. Right. I mean, we've talked about it before.
Similar to how like Eren.
Yeah. And we've talked about it before where it's like when this Titan transforms, it has a lot of power that comes with it to the point where it can absolutely just destroy anything.
It can literally be a
surrounding it.
nuke.
Captain Boggy says Wit Studios.
Okay, Boggy likes wit. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of sentimental, like, nostalgia reasons why I really like wit. Not saying that they're bad at all in comparison to Mappa. Mappa definitely makes mistakes too. But yeah.
It's very interesting.
But yeah, we have that. He can literally be a nuke, but also we don't know if like if Bertold can like control the amount of steam that's coming off, because it looks like just a very, very strong like wind when he transforms, which is still extremely strong to blow people like out of the area, like blowing them like off the wall, or they're having to like grip onto the wall because it's such a powerful transformation.
Yeah.
But that's also in transformation with like Rhina's also transforming at the same time. So.
And that's such a cool scene too. Like that moment when you see both of them emerge as their Titans in this kind of like this transformation cloud, as they both are like pretty much alerting that, all right, shit's about to get real.
Because even like we got the confirmation from Bertold, like, Rhina, we're doing this now?
Yeah. And then let's not forget Mikasa and how very quickly she goes and she acts to try to save Eren. And Marco, I know you said that you would go ahead and try to kill them, but I mean, if Mikasa couldn't do it, my friend,
then
I mean, she tried, and then it was a valiant effort for sure. Because I mean, again, you have to be precise with these Titan users, and even then, it's not a for sure thing. But the fact that she literally, like, let's not, just sugarcoat things. I mean, she literally risked her life there.
Oh yeah,
to protect Eren.
And I think she would have done it again without a second thought for Eren.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a moment where I remember seeing it for the first time, and then even the second time, the third time, and however many times I've seen it, where it's like it brings up the emotion for me where I'm like, I care so much about these three, Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, that all I want at the end of the day is I want for them to just all just be happy together.
Yeah.
And so seeing the amount of like care that they have for each other, like the fact that Mikasa without hesitation literally goes and she just like protects Eren.
Yeah.
And it's that moment where there's so much passion when Armin says, he tells Eren to run away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and,
I'm gonna bring that up too. Like that's
and
very
it's like,
powerful.
It's such a interesting, like it's so cool.
This whole scene is extremely powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And even you know, you can go ahead and flip it and say, you know, the relationship that Bertold and Reina have, where Reina sees Bertold holding his throat as he's like literally like choking while he's trying to breathe.
Yeah.
Right? And then Bertold gives that look. As he looks up, he's like crying. Mm-hmm. And it's like such a significant look too, where I'm like, damn, like it almost like it's like a sad thing, you know?
Because again, like Reina was saying in his own little monologue, like we didn't know anything. Like we were kids. Like we didn't know any better.
Yeah.
Like I've been here for so long, dealt with so many things, dealt with so many people. Like regardless on if you agree with them or agree with them or not, they still were put into this as children.
Yeah.
And obviously couldn't like Ryan was saying, like we didn't know any better. We were kids, like.
And then again, this is
and
that
still are
battle
well, somewhat
inside of Reina's head.
Yeah.
Right. He kind of like again dives into it a little bit, where like you said, you know, just you know like we were kids, you know, like we didn't know better and stuff, right? And then yeah, I want to go back and go ahead and talk about that whole thing here, because
it's around when because I was thinking of when the flagstaff broke, and when I think that's the symbolism was like Reina finally breaking,
him snapping, right? For sure.
And then the sun beaming through, that's like a realization moment.
Time to
it's like a reveal. Yeah which is so freaking good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But then here, you know, Reina says, I've been here for too long, right? For his own good. He says 3 years of this madness, surrounded by idiots. I mean, I don't know if you had to say that. I mean, that's kind of mean.
Surrounded by idiots.
Surrounded by idiots. And then, like you said, we were kids. What did we know about anything? Then this is interesting. It says, why do there have to be people like this? I wonder, you know, if he meant that in a sentimental way of you know, people that he started to care about. I don't know. That's
or
how
if he meant the people who put him into the situation.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
Then he begins to get emotional as he just says why did I let this madness, right? Or I should say, why did I let myself devolve into such a half-assed piece of shit?
Just completely talking himself down.
And Captain Boggy, he's saying that he thinks that Rhino was referring to he thinks he means talking about just why there had to be good people.
Yeah.
Again, that's a great insight here, Captain Boggy, because as we know, people over in Marley, they believe that these are devils.
They're devils, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone there is horrible. They're all devils. Obviously, we see great example from season 4 with Gabi.
Yeah.
And how... Yeah, she came in thinking, they're all devils. I don't care that I killed... Spoiler. I don't care that I killed one of them. No remorse at all. Not even And then she talks and meets with some of them more, and she's like, I was wrong. You guys aren't devils. I'm the devil. You guys, I'm wrong.
And then, so that's a great point, Captain Boggy, that Reina probably is referring to the fact that these aren't devils, which made it again difficult for him to
carry out this mission.
Yeah.
To what did he say? To something humanity, not dismantle humanity, demolish something like that, just to get rid of all of humanity. What, bro? What?
Exactly. But then he goes and he's pretty much tearing himself down by something that he feels that he is now just this half-assed piece of shit, like he says. But it's something again where a couple episodes back when they were over in the castle, and then Reina had that run-in with that Titan where he was able to survive, right? And then Bertold says something along the line of Reina wasn't always like this. You know, back over at our home, he was a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And it's like, Reina even looks up and he's like damn, like, what did you just say?
Yeah. Why are you saying that?
Yeah. You know? But now even here in this moment, he's saying, you know, that he's devolved.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and yeah, he just, at the point now, he says, I don't know what's right anymore, but who cares? It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He says, no choice but to pretty much face what he's done.
Yeah.
Which again,
there's no going back.
And again, that word, like Bertold used, he says, Reina, as a warrior,
Mm-hmm.
right? Something they obviously have been trained as kids to become. And something that you don't just, Eddie, what's up, buddy? Nice you join us.
Hey, Eddie.
But it's something that it's earned. It's not given to you, you know?
Mm-hmm. And
you have to like really just bust your ass to go ahead and acquire and inherit this Titan ability and be deemed a warrior. So he's now says he needs to go back to become this warrior, right? And the wording of this is interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
No road left, but the one that leads to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Like,
so
that's some deep stuff right there, you know?
Dang. Basically just saying he's willing to just like give everything all up.
So like, again, we've seen now Reina in season 4, right? Where he's very much just like, he's been beaten and it's to the point where now he's ready to give up. And could this kind of be the start of it here? I think he's dealt with that for a little bit.
Yeah.
But now we could
definitely
tell
in the back of his mind.
He's like, screw it. Like, I'm done wasting time. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is it. You know? And he's ready to face his end. Which we've seen where, again, Reina, he's kind of lost the will to live.
Yeah.
Captain Boggy is saying that. I like the phrase, face the music, and I think that's what Reina is trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to face the music. He's trying to now just like...
realizing, you know what?
own up to who he is and what he's done. And now it's like, this is what I am. And I'm like, again, that realization that he's like, what have I become?
Yeah.
Entire time, you know?
But also not like I want to change, I want to whatever. It's just like let's
get this over with.
Like, let's just do it then.
Yeah.
I don't see any other option for me. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
Let's just complete the mission and whatever.
And I'm sure too that, you know, Krista, Historia probably made Reina a little soft because, you know, Reina, you know, when he's in her presence, he just like, oh my God, you know,
someday my wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just joking, of course. But yeah, I mean, the wording, like Eddie is saying, it's like, it's in a weird way, kind of like very poetic and very significant.
Mm-hmm.
When you go and you really like read it and understanding the situation here, which is these two warriors are tired and, you know, enough of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, let's just get this, deal with
like,
what the consequences, what the repercussions are going to be, and let's just go ahead and
yeah. Like, no matter what, there's going to be consequences. Let's just deal.
Yeah. And so obviously that starts with taking Eren.
Mm-hmm.
But not just Eren. Obviously they got to take Ymir, who has revealed herself to be the Titan that killed their comrade Marcel. So, you know, she's got a price to pay.
True.
As well. She's got to face the music as well.
Yeah. Considering that they nabbed her.
Yeah.
Nabbed her pretty good.
Yeah, and
all unconscious. I mean, it really was a pretty good opportunity to get her. And I mean, you know, it just seemed like, oh, good opportunity to get her and Eren. Let's just do it now.
Yeah. Captain Boggy is saying, I wonder what was going through Bertold's head. Like, why didn't he try to stop Reina sooner before he told Eren their secret?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think in that moment, he was just like,
I think he was definitely I think he was hearing Reina out.
Yeah. I think he
He's
was
like,
trying to
"You know
like, again,
what?"
like process and like come to reason what is really happening here, you know? Because again, let's not forget that he kind of insinuated it at first, right? When he's saying like, yeah,
There's not much left.
you know, and how he, again, just got so kind of weirdly passionate and adamant about going back home.
Yeah.
And then
He did try to like nervously like go with Aaron's like try to like use Aaron's denial because Aaron was very much in denial, or he's just acting being like, hey, I need to alert someone. He just told me,
yeah,
so I need to go tell Hanji. Let's go with the others.
Yeah.
I don't know what Aaron's intentions were there, but being like, oh, you're probably just fatigued. Like, what do
Yeah.
you don't even know what you're saying. You're probably just fatigued. And then Bertold being like, yeah, like you're just really tired. Like that's what's going on.
so again,
Shut up.
I think Bertold didn't know what the hell was really happening there, and until, you know, Mikasa kind of forced their hands there, and yeah. So again, I think much like Aaron being there, just watching and processing, you know, Bertold was just, all right, you know what? If this is what happens, it happens. It's too late now. You know, it's not like he can kind of go ahead and try to go back on it. Can you imagine if Reina decided like, all right, yeah, you're right, I'm just tired. And they decide to go ahead and go back. Think
I
about
know.
how everybody is literally on red alert here, and they're
Yeah,
like,
we all heard you just say that you were, like, you literally just confirmed all of our suspicions before you even knew that we were suspicious.
and then they decide to go back to Tross with the rest of the scouts. And what does Hanji want to do? Get them both underground. So it was going to happen either way. And it's
Yeah.
better that it happened here on top of the walls, because can you imagine if they decided to go
Do
ahead
that in Tross.
they sniffed out the potential of there being a plan. Now they are over in Trost and
Ooh.
closer inside the walls here, and they transform. Yeah, like all hell would break
Yeah,
loose.
that would have been a catastrophe.
and yeah, so that whole situation could have just ended up escalating to something even crazier, bigger, and more wild. And then it would have been more difficult for them to escape, which makes me think that they would have tried to just take it out and kill everybody. I mean, they would. That's the only way that they're able to escape.
Yeah.
But
It's not like Annie squashing a whole, like, church with her butt.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, it makes me think about something that
Ooh.
that Dad has said before in the past about how it's like, I'm trying to remember how he words it, but pretty much like shit gets real, like shit like gets real quick,
Yeah.
you know? And like that's the like the easy part is like when shit gets real, it's like, okay, like let's do this or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm pretty sure I might be butchering this, so Dad, if you're watching this, I apologize. But
Yeah.
but yeah, he said that's like when shit gets real, that's the easy part. It's having to deal with the consequences afterwards,
Yeah.
right? And it's again like, can you think about like what the consequences were going to be for Reina and Bertold had they gone along? You know, everybody's already aware of a potential threat that both of them, you know, are, and when shit gets real, if they were to happen inside the walls, like the consequences would have been a whole lot of casualties, a whole lot of death, and I'm sure we would have lost some very significant characters as well too.
Yeah. Definitely.
But
Dang.
yeah, and now the consequences they have to deal with here at this moment is a pissed off Eren Yeager, who has transformed, and that's where we're left off here with Eren's Titan beginning to attack the Armored Titan.
It's not even just like he's pissed off. Like it's just like he feels so betrayed. I mean, you know, him literally saying, "Damn you, you traitors." Like he feels so betrayed, and like you can tell in like the moments before he's transforming, he is crying. because he, like, you could tell how in denial he was. Like, he did not want them to be threats. He does not want to fight these people who he sees as his big brothers.
That's why he spoke up in their defense during that, like, you know, that moment where deliberating and trying to come up with any sort of facts and stuff.
But even when it's like, right, I mean, it takes for it to be, which is better than the Annie situation, when it's happening literally right in front of him, when he's like, okay, like, I really hate that I have to do this. Why did you make me do this? But I'm going to do it. I have to do it. Damn you. Versus with Annie, when it happened, he like had a mental block. He couldn't transform because he was in such denial. But so there is progress happening. It's still sad, but there is still progress.
Definitely. All right. Well, again, we hope that we made you guys proud in our breakdown and discussion here of this episode. And
if you guys have anything to
doing
add,
the best that we could to bring these characters to life. You know, I felt like we did a good job, Lex.
Yeah.
I felt like we both kicked some ass and and then we felt good, you know, at least saying that line. Don't know how.
I know, don't
we
know
delivered
how
it, but
if it was too loud, sorry for headphone users.
It got us pumped. And we definitely recommend that you guys belt out a good damn you traitors.
Send it to us.
Yes, we would love that. We would love that.
We will not. Who are we to judge? We will not judge.
Oh, not at all. I mean, here we are trying to do the best we can, you know, and stuff. And
we're a community thing.
Yeah, there's no reason for us to judge anything, you know. But yeah, do we have any other final thoughts? Anything else we want to talk about in this moment?
Those were all my final thoughts.
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered like the important aspects here of what happened, the situation and stuff, and like, yeah, I mean, again, this was such a huge moment, and it was a moment that we all have been anticipating and you know, discussing it. So now that it's here and it's over and done with, on to the next big moment. So we hope that, again, you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for anyone who's here still sticking around with us.
Yeah. It's probably kind of late for some of you guys, but thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And yeah, guys, that wraps up another episode of the Attack the Talk podcast. Yeah, guys, remember, new episodes will be streamed live every weekend. We will update you guys on when we decide to go ahead and stream them. Usually will be Sunday nights for us. I know it'll be really late for some of you guys. But we appreciate, again, your guys' support. Anybody who sticks around and listens to us. But of course, if anything changes, we will update you guys over on our Instagram at Attack the Talk Podcast. And go check it out, guys. Go ahead and follow us if you guys are not following us. And of course, go ahead and look at that link tree over in our profile. That will take you guys to all of our many platforms. And then you guys can go ahead and follow us there. So you guys make sure that you guys are always updated. And yeah, guys, of course, we will update you guys whenever anything changes. So with all that being said, guys, you guys can go ahead and catch the episodes, of course, we've been doing Fridays, thanks to Kyron's wonderful suggestion here.
So we're officially doing it Fridays now?
I think we should do it Fridays also because, you know, it just gives Nate some more time to go ahead and, you know, edit and all that. And yeah, and of course, thank you, Nate, for all of your hard work. And I do want to note that as I'm looking at the other camera here, and it's really of no use, if you can please, edit that camera out.
Yeah.
As I, you know,
it's kind of just there.
Stand over to this new camera angle. So I know Nate will do his thing.
Yeah.
And thank you, Nate, for all your hard work. And of course, go support Nate, guys. His Twitch channel is NatePlaysBad. He's done some streams. He's been a little active as of late. Go check out those streams, guys. And they are some very interesting streams. Yeah.
Okay.
And it looks like Nate, he likes to go ahead and have a good time. You know, he doesn't take himself serious at all. He just goes out and just he's streams with his friends, and he's just like, you know what? He just does his thing and he has fun. You know? So thank you again for everything, Nate, for all of your hard work. Hope to see you soon, my friend. and I'm excited to go ahead and get your insight on how else we can improve this podcast, and because you've helped us out so much already.
Yes.
So again, guys, go support Nate, and thank you again, Nate. So now, of course, we got to go ahead and take the time to talk about certain things that is in our link tree, starting with some anime merch, and beginning with AnimeCrunch. You guys know there's a link to that. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you to their online store where you guys can go ahead and search and browse and look at any different items that they have. They have assorted different items and stuff. And yeah, guys, go check it out. Go support AnimeCrunch because, as we mentioned before in past episodes, two brothers who are just super down to earth and super genuine and just overall fans of anime. They're not just doing this for the money. I'm guessing that is a part of it, guys, because
that does help.
For, how they go about their business and stuff. But as we met them and talked with them, they are clearly passionate fans of just different anime, and so when you come across just two, amazing, just genuine fans of just assorted anime, it's cool. It's so cool. They're not just
love this community.
Some of these AOT asshole merchants.
Yes.
No, they obviously care, and then if we went and we would support them and buy different merch, and they will go out of their way to here, take some stickers, or here, take this keychain, or here, take this. And they're like, no, it's fine, thank you guys so much, but just it's fine. Again, just two awesome guys, and yeah, guys, go ahead and click that link and go support them, guys. Buy something, and whatever it is, it doesn't have to be anything too big. It could just be, again, like just some stickers, or look at the different figurines, Funko Pops they have.
All the merch.
Yeah, check it all out, guys. And yeah, so they also have an Instagram where it's AnimeCrunch. It's capital A in anime, capital C in crunch, and at the end of it has 2 H's, and then at the end it's just numbers 24. So that's capital A, and then you have NIME, capital C, RUNCHH 24.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. And then they also have another Instagram, Geeky Statues, where again, it's all just different figurines and stuff. And it's Geeky Statues, all lowercase and exactly how you would spell it. So go support them, guys. Also in our link tree is a link to Fandomion, which obviously Lexi has a promo code for, and that is promo code her name. Promo code Lex, Lex. Whenever you guys use that promo code, it does help Lexi out, and of course, Lexi wants to be able to help out, all of you, yeah, it's just a cool little collaborative thing, guys.
It is a discount for you guys. It's a discount on your entire cart.
Yeah, and obviously every little discount helps for sure. So when you click on that link tree for Fandomion, it will take you to their online store where you will be able to use that promo code. Yeah, and they have a bunch of different stuff that goes beyond anime. Any updates on that, Lex, or no? Just from what we already said.
Just some more like Halloween stuff. They have cosplay stuff, and they have a lot of. They asked me to promote more of their alternative merch, probably because that's what my TikTok has slowly.
Yeah, that's right.
I've slowly gone from anime to more alternative, but yeah, whatever you guys are into, I'm sure they have plenty of it.
Yeah, definitely, guys. So go ahead and check out that link and go ahead and browse and go support Fandomion, guys, and use that promo code LEX. So let's go ahead and talk about some art, of course. Starting with our good pal Caesar, because he has we have a link in there that will send you to his Etsy store, ArtofCesar, and yeah, I mean he has like 20 different like art pieces that you can go ahead and purchase. If anything that you see that you like, yeah, go ahead and support Caesar. Also, if there's something that you don't like, you can still go support him by going to his Instagram at ArtofCesar, and check out all the different art that he has, guys. I mean, he's super talented.
Give him a follow.
And yeah, go ahead and give him a follow, guys, and go help support him. And also, we have some very talented artists that join us in chat pretty much every week.
We do.
So do you want to go ahead and touch on that, Lex?
Yeah, so you guys all know Marco is a great artist. He's been drawing a lot of Berserk lately. Check all that out. He has a highlights on his Instagram now. His Instagram is MARC0 MAMONE. Check him out. Again, really great art, really great artist. And the other great artist we have is
which we found out recently.
Yeah, which we recently found out is Eddie.
Yeah, it's Eddie.
Actually, who is ArtofCesar, ArtDejuan, and yeah, his art style is
Like you said,
really really
similar
cool.
to how Caesar does his.
Yeah, it is similar to Caesar, but yeah, it's like so intricate and detailed. There's definitely a method to the madness, and I love it. Check him out. Check both of them out.
Guys. And Marco was saying in chat, check out my latest. It is fire.
It's fire.
Yeah.
Okay, Marco.
Check it out. And again, guys, I mean, we're here to just support each other.
Posted about it.
Just like how you guys go ahead and you support us by listening, you know, and if you guys have any sort of talents and stuff that you want us to go ahead and shout out, of course, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll do that because we want to support you guys too. And all your different, you know, talents and creative different things that you guys do. So thank you guys for everything that you do for us, and go support, you know, one another here. That you know, because we're all again just like a AOT family here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, check out Marco and check out Eddie. Very good. So with all that being said, I mean, we're just gonna go and wrap this up. It's been fun, guys. Again, this was an episode that we've been really looking forward to, and then when it finally got here,
I know.
couldn't help but get, you know, overwhelmed with nerves a little bit.
Yeah. Just because we have like so much respect and so much like
admiration and
yeah, definitely.
You know, for this episode, and
sure.
And yeah, so just thank you guys again, of course, for everything that you do for us, and
yeah,
you know, don't forget to go ahead and spread the word, guys. The more friends, the better.
Yeah, just spread a bunch of support, because we support you guys. Obviously, we support you guys through so much. I mean, we have discovered some really cool artists in chat.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You know, let's spread some support. We would love for you guys to, you know, the more the merrier. Tell your friends about this. And
yeah, and if you guys know anybody who's in voice acting, go ahead and help us out, guys.
Yeah,
go ahead
send
and
them,
send them the clips.
whoever clipped this.
Yeah, you know,
clipped this episode. Go ahead and send that their way.
You know, find a way in.
Yeah, send it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have anyone in that
in that field of work there.
Field, yeah.
Yeah, help us out, and of course, you know, it will go not unnoticed, right?
Oh no, it will not go unnoticed.
Yeah, and you know, we'll return the favor somehow, for sure. But thank you again, guys, for the continuous support. Remember to look out for future Spotify Q&As, future poll questions, which we do on Spotify and on Instagram. Yeah, we look forward to those, guys, and obviously, as we said before, we appreciate you guys' feedback because it is very much needed, and it's something that we look forward to reading. We look forward to seeing the results on different poll stuff. It's a lot of fun for us, and sometimes it just sparks up crazy conversations. All right, as we go and we talk about certain responses, and we love when you guys leave little notes in there like PS, this and that, or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
or, you know,
yeah, that's really cool.
One little thing and all that, you know, and it's very cool. So thank you
Have
guys
a conversation
for all that, and look forward to the future Q&A responses and future poll results. So shout out to you guys again for being such amazing loyal listeners, and we appreciate you guys so much. We appreciate you guys' support. We always look forward to streams because you guys join us. And thank you, Eddie, for the well wishes here, and having a great week, and great week to you, to my friend Eddie. We hope you guys all have a great week. And yeah. So with all that being said, guys, of course, to our AOT family here, you guys know that we appreciate you and we love you. Of course, we want you guys to go ahead and just be safe. We want you guys to go ahead and just spread nothing but love, and spread that positivity, guys. We hate and we love.
Love.
Simple as that. And we love you, and as Eddie has said, we hope that you guys all have a great week. So I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'm gonna let Lexi say goodbye. Thank you, guys.
Goodbye, guys. Be safe. Love one another. And yep. Toodaloo.